Hello. I know it's been a while. I It's been a lot kind of going on more internally than externally. But I've had a calling for a while that I should probably just get on and make a video every day. But I've had resistance to that, and specifically with knowing what to talk about and saying the right thing. And I think that's why I have this calling to come on and talk, because I need to get over that resistance and knowing that I have information within myself and that I don't have to say the right thing, because there is that frequency that is able to transmit from me regardless of the actual words that I am saying. And then also to trust in that higher self to guide me to say more clearly of what it is that I am wanting to say. And I do apologize for that. I am watching a dog right now. And I think that is coming up as well in order to, I was going to say trigger me, and I was told not to say that. But to cause things to come up within me, because I have this program from society, right, that we need to have this level of professionalism. And even though at this current level, right, I am not a professional YouTuber, I am not making any money on this, but that is a goal. And that is part of the problem. The problem is having this goal in mind of where I want to be instead of focusing in the moment and focusing on the creational energy and letting it out there. Which is funny. See, I'm doing this now. I'm just talking. I was going to talk about something completely different, but I think that I'm supposed to just make this video and then make a separate video, because this is a moment for me to just talk and release and to let go of really anyone even watching this, and that it doesn't matter. There is a power in the action of expression and in just having that energy of creating and letting it out there and not having an expectation of the outcome. And it's funny that this comes up, because none of this is planned. Of what I'm saying is that my sister was actually just having this conversation with me earlier about, because she channeled the Bee Goddess today. I am not sure if she recorded a video of that. I think that she did, because she was talking about that. So that's probably on our Ascended Creations channel. I don't know if it's up yet. But she was talking about how the feminine is that creational energy and the masculine is the creation itself. So in the way that she put it, if we think about a dream, the feminine is the dream and the masculine is the dreamer. And so if we put it in that context, you can think about how we focus so much on the masculine. We focus on the output, the structure, the outcome that comes from that creation, instead of tapping into that creational energy, which is the essence, the inspiration, that which drives what it is that we create. And I can't remember who said this. I feel that someone said this. That might have been Kyle Cease, or I might have just made this up in my brain and thought that somebody said it. But since I have been guided to have more of this free-flowingness, and I've also been led to watching YouTube videos that have talked about this as well, of having less of this structure in place, is that having structure can equal good, okay? If we have very specific things that we do want to make sure that we talk about, bullet points, that's good, because sometimes it's easy to get off track and forget to go back to the points that you have, or you get stressed on camera perhaps and you forget what you were going to talk about. But the problem with having a direction that you're going, specifically if you have like a script or something, is that we are blocking off that feminine creational energy, because we, through our ego, have decided what the output should look like. And we are disconnecting ourselves from the actual process, right? So I think it's a proverb. Maybe it's not a proverb. I don't know. Somebody said, right, though, that it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. And that's what we're doing when we are creating, which really everything in life is creation if you really come down to it. So we focus on the destination. We focus on the future. We focus on wanting to get things in our lives, have specific experiences, and that's disconnecting ourselves from the experience itself. As in, like, right now, I am heart-centered. I am feeling how it feels in my chest as I am doing this video. And that is helping to align me with my energy. So I am putting more of myself into what it is that I am creating, which is this video, which is this message, which is being relayed through the video. So yes, this may not look like the most professional video. This may not be meant for everybody, but the frequency that is being transmitted, the higher message that is being relayed from my soul to yours, is more pure, more organic, because it is coming from more, it is containing more of that creational energy than if I had sat down with a script deciding what I was going to say. And that isn't to say that I cannot put myself into that script, but there is a moment where I created that script, and then there is a moment where I read that script, and there's a disconnect there because I am connecting to a past version of myself when I read that script. Whereas in the moment, which is the moment that we are always existing in, that is my true self. Almost as if we go back to the dreamer, my past self is a dream where I am a dreamer dreaming that past self. I don't know if that made any sense. But my point is that, the past is sort of a dream. The past exists only in our mind that can remember that something has happened. It is never actually happening because there's only that present moment. And so it is more important to focus on that current version of ourselves and what it is that we are feeling in that moment, and connecting with the messages that are trying to come through us in that moment. So if you have even specific bullet points, there's more flow there. Okay, you can go off on tangents and come back. But sometimes, depending on what it is, you might not. You may cut off parts of yourself that are trying to come in because it doesn't work with what you're trying to do. And that is you falling into that masculine energy. Now, is there anything wrong with falling into the masculine energy? Not necessarily, but the masculine energy is using the masculine energy on its own will only get you so far, because it is the feminine energy that helps direct our lives, right? We are the masculine, but the feminine is the universe. That's what's coming in. So the way that my sister put it today is that the goddess, because, okay, going to the bee goddess, that the bee goddess is basically the same as Sophia and is the real essence of God. So God is both feminine and masculine, but at the core, God is the goddess, because, as what came to me while we were having this discussion, is that, right, if the masculine is the physical, the output, you can't have an output without an input. You can't have the physical does not really exist. The physical is, well, I was going to say that's the dream that we are having, but then that messes up that analogy of the dream and the dreamer. Maybe that was flip-flopped. I don't know. I don't remember what she said now. But anyways, I forgot what I was saying. But the physical is not real. The physical is really this hologram that we are shaping, right? That's what quantum physics tells us. So what really exists is what exists beyond the physical, which would be the feminine energy, that creational energy. And so that has to have existed before the masculine, is what I'm trying to say. So they are one and the same, but the feminine existed first. And is that, if we go back to that core essence, because if we think about how we're all God, right? We're all in these like fractions. If I had something to draw with, that would work better. But, if you have like God up here, the original source, and then you have, like the angels or whatever that came off of it, and then you have, the avatars, oversoul, whatever. It goes down and branches off. So essentially you would have God the whole, which would be the feminine. And then underneath, then you would have, the feminine, masculine, segmented out. Okay, I don't know where I'm going with this now, but, yeah. See, he's distracting me. I am noticing that my logical brain is coming more out, and that's also why I'm losing track of where I'm going. But the whole gist of what I'm trying to say with this video is that I am going to tap more into that feminine, into the moment of just allowing myself to express from that center place, because that's going to spread my individual frequency energies out there into the world more, and allow me to feel more connected with myself, which is going to allow more knowledge to come into me, because I will have that deeper connection with my higher self, but also with God. And so I invite you to do something in your own life to help with that, to create more and to connect more with yourself, and to create for more of a present state, a more connected state, and a more free-flowing state.